last meeting, but we have 79 meters confirmed with signed on the line, we want water, which is about a 20% increase over our current water number. 68 is what I think we had now. I don't know what we counted, the 68 to 79. So raw numbers isn't that much, it's 11, but percentage-wise, it's quite a bit. And I went to the water board meeting this month, and they were duly impressed, and we talked about making sure we have plenty of volume as well as pressure, and reviewed that, because they only want to talk about pressure, and we know you can fill a gallon bucket with a squirt gun, but you can't take a shower in it, right? You need volume, so we reminded them of that. The engineer's report, another draft of it, or the first real draft beyond the PER, the preliminary one was in, and so they gave me a copy of that, and Jim Cook and Jim Dooley and I went over it. They really knew the details, and I wrote down, and I sent in some suggestions or things for the engineer to consider, send those in an email, and he responded back and thought they, were reasonable, and he just needed to see, and he also offered to talk to us on the phone. Maybe we could do it that way, but I haven't got a date for that. But I sort of thought it might be before Christmas yet, so it's moving along, is what I would say.
Thank you for doing that, Jim.
Jim.
Financial report.
All right, more boring stuff. All right.
Give mine to somebody.
Okay. We have a current balance of $2,754.35. This is a 2-month, includes from October 22nd, as you can see, through current. Same. We've received a little bit of our tax money, not a lot. Let's get out the records check. So we get all that stuff in here. There really isn't anything unusual on there. Any questions about it on the general account?
It looks like mine, if I printed it off right, I actually printed on the back page too.
It does. It has two-sided.
Okay, and so this 2754.35, which
Is
is,
the current balance in the checkbook.
and on the other side is considering the outflow.
That's how much we spent in the time period.
It's not the same number, sorry to find
No,
out. Okay,
it's totally
okay,
different.
okay.
No, that's how much we spent
In the 2 months.
in that 2-month time period.
So our balance is about the same, just a little more than we spent in the last 2 months to get us through the end of the year.
Yes.
Thank
So
you.
we should be all right, unless something comes up. You're not fixing anything, are you, Mr. Cook?
Break nothing.
Don't break nothing.
So we're gonna have snow removal and stuff.
So,
There's no shoulders.
and then on our restricted funds, we are a little lower than I like to be, but we did have to pay the electric bill. We made it through almost the entire year without having to pay the electric bill out of the restricted funds account. I was so
Thank
pleased
you.
we didn't have to pay for the street lights.
Bye-bye.
I did have to pay 1 month. We were a little low, so I went ahead and took it out of the restricted funds. But other than that, we've paid it out of our general account for the entire year, which is really an accomplishment for us.
So there's not another bill in December?
It's already been
That's
adjusted. So we are at $3,147.77 in the restricted funds account.
I have a motion to approve the
Monthly financial
Yeah.
report.
I make a motion to approve the monthly financial
I second.
reports.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All opposed?
Okay, now it's up to our favorite time of the year. Projected budgets for 2015. I wish I had really happy news, but I do not. Sorry about that. Did everybody get theirs? Yours is at home on the computer. I knew you were gonna tell me that. What am I gonna do with you? I have one extra copy which you have to sign, so try not to come.
back it up. That's your signature copy.
All right, starting with the projected budget for the village. We are opening, again, for anybody who doesn't understand how we do this, we project income low and expenses high. So while we know right now we have 2,700 and some odd dollars in the account, we're opening our balance as of January 1 with $2,000 even. Projected income would be $2,000 in personal and property taxes, $4,500 in the FEC, and then the fundraiser line, if you redo the Hunter's Breakfast next year, we projected $400. And then we need to raise another $1,500 in fundraisers of some type to put into the budget, into our account. I'm not making any recommendations on how, but we do need at least $1,500 more in fundraising money in order to stay in the black for the year. That gives us a total income of, estimated income of $8,400 with the two, so we're talking a total income of $10,400. Our expenses, I have whittled these down to as low as I can get them. Payroll taxes, $3,800. Payroll $3,800, payroll taxes, and again, this is the village, so this only reflects the village payroll taxes and the village payroll. It does not reflect water and sewer, okay? $600 in payroll taxes, utilities $2,896, insurance $1,200, that's our third of the insurance in the village. Maintenance, don't break anything, I only have $500 in there for you. Leaves, $50 to put on whatever fundraisers are decided. STCB is $399, the year-end stipend is $300, employee incentives $55, election expenses $300, post office $50, I've cut that back, a financial review is $70, and supplies I cut back to $50. That being said, our total expenses will be $10,270, which leaves us a net balance of $130, which is why we must have at least $1,500 in fundraising. We took $3,000 out of the budget with them not doing the Christmas store. We have to find those monies someplace else. So that's where we stand, and this is cut back as far as I can cut it.
What did the festival bring in?
We're gonna get to that,
village?
we're gonna get to that. That's coming up in our fundraising. Any questions?
But that would be for this year's.
I know it's not a happy thought, but it's where we are. It's where we end up and have been before. Okay?
I gotta believe we're better than other places, so.
We are. We run in the black. That makes us better than several places I know of, so. Any questions, any discussion on what I've put down on paper?
We need to make a motion to approve.
I need to approve the village.
I make a motion that we approve the next year's budget presented to.
Second.
I'll second that.
Okay.
All in favor?
Aye.
Restricted funds. You're really self-explanatory, yes, please, on your name. Restricted funds, we will open with $3,000. Estimated motor fuel tax, which is the Floyd funds, is $4,000. Expenses, gravel, $3,500. Hauling, $850. Road maintenance, $500. Road repairs, $300. Utilities, this is based on 4 months of streetlights coming out of here, out of the road funds and not out of the general account. So that's why it says utilities, streetlights, $1,100. Because as you looked at that budget, there was no way we could pull that $1,100 out of the village budget. Okay? And anybody who doesn't know, we are allowed to take streetlights out of the road funds. They are considered part of roads. So the utilities at $1,100 is 4 months at $275 a month for streetlights. $300 in payroll, and that would be snow removal and that type of thing. And that leaves us with an expenses of $6,550, with an income of $7,000, and a balance of $450 in the street funds. I don't like that, but that again is where we are.
Any questions?
I just noticed on these next three, your name isn't spelled correctly where it's typed out.
Did I leave that? Is that the old one? I'm the cave again, huh? All right, put that in back in there.
Okay.
When you sign off, would you make that correction on there? I pulled up one of the old ones. There it is again. Okay.
A motion to approve the restricted funds budget.
Before we do, as far as, I mean, I'm new to this, as far as the snow removal budget, is that near enough for snow removal? I mean, what?
Not according to Henry.
Well, yeah. I
Yeah.
have firsthand experience with snow removal for, I was in Crown Center.
We're gonna get to Henry, but yes, that should be, unless we have a really heavy winter, and then you would have to come in and amend this
Right.
and move more money into snow removal.
Okay, so,
But as it stands.
so basically we would amend it in order to take care of needs.
Yes,
as they-
yes.
Okay, I understand.
We can amend it, we are required to amend it.
Right.
When it looks like we're going to be, in the red on any of those line items,
Okay.
so.
So
Okay,
are we
thank
still
you.
on this one, and there's something that says snow removal on there? Or is it
It
contained
said-
in repairs or maintenance
It's
or
just,
something?
no, it's just in maintenance
Okay.
and road repairs. That's all it is.
Thank
It
you.
doesn't actually
Okay.
say snow
Okay,
removal,
that's what I was saying.
Yeah, it
but
was
that's
printed
what
up.
it is.
Okay.
A road maintenance.
But that was an explanation.
Did you second? I didn't
I
catch.
think I had a motion
We
here.
had a motion.
Oh, we haven't had a motion. I thought, okay. we
Oh,
have.
yeah, maybe.
Did you make a motion? I don't think you did, did you?
I just-
not for that.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, back to restricted funds.
Okay, I will make the motion that
Okay.
we accept
Do I have a
the
second?
restricted funds.
Second it.
You too.
I live here, so I don't have to.
Okay.
I don't think everybody all in favor yet.
No, okay, you're all in favor.
Aye.
Aye.
All right,
Opposed?
your turn. Your turn. Water fund. Yeah, I've got your budget on that, yeah. Okay, the water department. The water department is actually looking good right now. Knock wood, no breaks, no nothing that we've had to repair.
I have two suit.
Yeah, you did get to,
Go ahead, I'll catch up.
keep looking. Might be on the back.
Just go, I'm fine.
Okay.
I'm not down there.
On the water fund, we're gonna opening balance of $8,000. Estimated income will be $28,000, which will give us $36,000 in revenue. Expenses, operating expenses, $12,000. Payroll, $4,500. Contract labor, $1,200. Village payments. Village payments refers to payroll, taxes, and insurance. The water department pays their payroll, but they give me their payroll taxes for the deposit. So that figure you see there is their payroll tax deposit over 12 months. The insurance, we split in thirds. So that is their third of what the insurance runs us for the year. Okay? The water debit account is simply a savings account, and we take $100 a month. Jim takes $100 a month out of automatic withdrawal from the general account, and it goes into the water debit account. System maintenance, $250 for parts, $250 for supplies, $200 for gravel, and $300 for tests. Equipment maintenance, $250. Office supplies, $200. Utilities, $300. Fees, Missouri one call $50, and the permanency fee, I'm hoping isn't going up. It's $250, so that would be $300 in fees. Financial review $70, postage $325, and miscellaneous $100. That gives us expenditures of $24,045, which would leave us with $11,955 in the account, if nothing breaks and everything goes the way we want it to.
Privacy fee's also a revenue, right? It just washes through, so to speak.
State of Missouri.
But we collect it separately. It's that we don't take it out of our water fund. It's added on to my bill, so the
Right.
water fund's higher, so it shouldn't be an expense, right? It's just a pass-through.
It has to be reflected.
Well, we get a percentage of it, not
do we?
much,
Okay.
But
not
it-
much.
It has to be reflected in,
Huh?
it has to be reflected in what we do.
But it's not reflected in the income.
No, it's not, because it's a
No,
lump
it's-
sum.
You only do it once a year, so.
We don't break it out, we
Water.
just put it all under water sales. Excuse me, and I am Denise K. Venn with an N and not an, although it sees otherwise. So again, this is just a projected budget, not be amended, and it's based on 12 months, which we don't know if we will be doing 12 months in the water department or not. So that's where we are with the water general fund. Then we have the water CD. That's self-explanatory, it opened with $12,022.12, and interest, who knows what we'll get, $20, so $12,042.12, and that's the water CD. The water hi-fi account, which is the one I just explained, we automatically withdraw fund, and it goes into this account. It's opening at $4,086.71. Interest will probably be around $9, there'll be $1,200 transferred into it, so it would, no expenses should come out of it, so it should be $5,295.17 approximately. Water sewer meter deposits, we have about $4,000 in there at the moment. If we pay out the water part of that, we still have to maintain and retain the sewer deposits, so if we split that in half, that would leave $2,000 in the sewer, what would become the sewer meter deposit account. Any questions?
Well, do we know it's really half and half? Because we're gonna be paying out those water meter deposits, and so do we know that it's 2,000 water and 2,000 sewer? So if our water, I don't know how much,